Welcome to another edition, another episode of Off the Parkway podcast. You know, the three brothers is here together giving y'all some more good content. If you like this type of content, hit that like button, subscribe, share it to your friends, and let's get it on. We on all the socials. So you know what we here. We got an action-packed day, so I don't want to waste too much time. Let's get right to
Yeah.
it. How are y'all brothers doing today?
Good, man. I
Good.
can't call it. Doing good, brother.
Any day is
Yeah,
good
man.
for me on a Sunday when my team wins. Both my teams played this weekend. Well, today my Bears got a damn win off the Giants. Knicks got a win in the New York series against Brooklyn. So yeah, man, we good.
Yeah, nice big one too.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same way. I'm 50-50. My Bills got smoked. I mean, they got slaughtered. They let Miami put 30 on their brains. I can't
Pause.
call it. I don't understand what's happening right now, but thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's nasty work. I appreciate the pause assist, sir. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
that was a little aggressive
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah,
I was a pause alley oop,
yeah.
a pause alley. I appreciate that. And then of course the Knicks getting it done. Other than that, man, I'm glad to be here with y'all good fellas off the Parkway.
Hold
I
up, hold up.
appreciate y'all, man.
Smooth taking the sweat off right now. I don't know what we're about to get into, man.
Hey
What we
man,
getting into? He got the Marvel
hey
tee
man,
on
we
right
got a lot
now.
of topics.
You know what I mean? Like, I
We
don't
got a
know.
lot of topics. Got too much to go through, man.
I
Yeah,
mean, I was a
yeah.
Jersey City Black Panther back in the day, but that's beyond the point. But go on.
Okay, sir. Are we gonna start ruining a serious pot
I mean, that's what they used
immediately,
to call
sir?
him, man.
We not even like 2 minutes into the
That's
joint.
what
You
they
already
used to
starting to
call him.
ruin a pot, brother.
They used to call him.
Come
Yeah,
on. No one's ever said that about him. No one's
we
ever
just getting
called him the
started.
Black Panther of Jersey City. Not never. Ever.
Never.
Oh boy,
Never.
Ain't
Not never.
nobody ever.
you wasn't outside back in those days, then, because they.
And anyway, the only superhero from Jersey City is Miss Marvel.
She is from Jersey City.
I can tell you one thing.
She is from
Yeah,
Jersey
yeah. You
City.
never got your penalties for that.
How does he get penalties for Miss
One
Marvel
of the
being from Jersey
strongest,
City?
one of the strongest entities on the planet in the universe. This is an
I
alpha
tell you
level.
the
This
the
is an alpha
slander,
level.
the slander continues.
I tell you what town in Jersey will never get a superhero, and that's Irvington, sir. So,
I don't know about that.
Newark,
They said
Newark
they,
had
they
Blake
said
Man.
pe-
What
they,
the
they
Blake
said
Man?
peacekeeper from Irvington, so I don't know.
Oh,
Omni Man from
okay. Omni Man is from Irvington. Okay.
Peacemaker.
Okay.
Oh, that's
oh man,
funny. Peacemaker from
Okay.
Irvington.
oh man,
Foolishness, sir.
Yeah,
peacemaker.
man.
What?
You know what I mean? It was Sunday. It was Sunday, so you know what I mean. We did have some football today, as you can see. You know what I mean. Sue's Bears got the Giants all in a frenzy right now, trying to get rid of their coach. Off of that, they came back from behind him and took control of the game and won it. And now the fans are going crazy out there, thanks to Sue. You know what I mean, and his Bears.
But why would it be?
Big
Why would I
object,
be
sir.
involved in that? No, I have nothing to do with that, sir. But anyway.
You got plenty to do with it.
Of course, you got plenty to do.
Okay. No, I mean, just watching the game, if they mad because of, certain things. I mean, they did have a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. I mean, it wasn't as bad as that blunder they had against Denver, against James Denver team, which was, thanks to him. It wasn't as bad as that, but the thing is that Dart got put out. You know what I mean? And once he got put out, because he was having a good game. Once he got put out, I think that deflated the team a little bit. The Bears, for whatever reason, they kind of lock in a little bit in the fourth quarter, so they keep fighting. It just is one of those things that they're just not a good team yet. Anyway, that's a rookie QB. That's a team that don't have a lot of weapons on offense. Their running back is out, so I can't put that on Dayball. I mean, he has some questionable things where you stop being aggressive when you get a lead. A lot of teams tend to do that, but hey, man, I think the Giants fans just pissed. Nobody expected the Giants to be good this year. So what do they matter?
Yeah, I didn't see the game, and you know what I mean. Damn the Giants personally, but
Got the
you know what I
hell
mean.
with
Did who came in? Who came in when they when he went out? Was it Russ?
what's it, Danger Cat? What they call him? Yeah.
Oh,
Russ came in there.
Russ came
He
in.
ain't do nothing. They started whacking his.
Ah,
Yeah.
the only thing I could hope for is, you know what I mean. I know he's still trying to continue his career, and he might as well call it a wrap. But you know what I
So
mean. It
let,
is what it
let,
is.
let me ask you a question though. Does and I hear this question all the time. Does it tarnish his Hall of Fame career if it ends up with him just being like the last couple of stints between Denver and was it the Steelers and now I believe with the Giants? Does that tarnish his Hall of Fame career? Like, or what y'all think about that? Because I'm like, he's still a Hall of Famer. I mean, I don't got nothing to do with the fact that he put in work in Seattle.
I mean,
Well,
good.
go ahead, sir.
So I mean, I don't know if he was a Hall of Famer to begin with. You know what I mean? I think he was someone who was
Mm,
on the fringe of the Hall of Fame. Football is different. Like basketball, they kind of let everybody in basketball. You can kind of you can have a good career, a couple All Stars or All Pros, and they'll let you in basketball. Football is a little different. You know what I mean? Like you kind of gotta have a sustained level of excellence for a certain amount of years in your position before they just say, all right, get in. Now, his stuff, he had some really good years in Seattle, and he has a Super Bowl. I think if they'd have won that other Super Bowl where he threw that interception at the goal line against the Patriots, that might have locked him in because he would have been he would have won the MVP in that game as well. That would
right,
have locked him
right,
in,
right.
but that's the more of the stain on his Hall of Fame resume than anything. I think everything else after Seattle is just you know, I don't know. It would have looked good if he did well after that, probably. But the Denver stint wasn't good. He wasn't terrible, and in Pittsburgh, like he's physically he's not in his prime no more. So it
Yeah,
would probably
yeah.
do better for him if he just shut it down at a certain point, but
Hmm.
continuing to play, maybe that's something that would put him more away from getting it. But I thought he was fringe anyway, and so whether he was gonna get it or not, I don't know.
Okay, okay. And what you think, Jay?
Man, to be honest with you, I don't really care. You know what I mean? If he's Hall of Fame or not. You know what I mean? He's a good guy. You know, man, at the end of the day, that means more to me than his play because he only was good in Seattle. Every other place that he went, he was on the Broncos and he was a shell of himself. So
Right.
it really don't make a difference to me. You know, he got his ring. That's all he should be proud about. You know what I mean? I'm nothing. To be honest with you, I'm nothing on Russell's career. To be
Okay.
honest,
He
Okay.
doesn't have a
All
good
right.
you know what I mean?
reputation with his
I care
teammates
less.
though. I don't know if that's gonna
No,
I
he
don't know if
doesn't.
that's gonna matter, but he gets this prima
That damn
donna.
Richard Sherman be
Yeah,
killing him.
yeah, he gets this prima donna rap, as a teammate on, I guess maybe the way he was treated in Seattle. Then once he left there, those players, they be killing him. When he went to Denver, like when he first went there, he got a lot of, amenities that first year. He didn't play well. So then when Sean Payton came the year afterwards, he shut all that down. Like, what? Y'all giving all this to this dude? Nah, we done. And that's how
Yeah,
these stuff started. But yeah, man, I don't know about him, but you know,
I tell you,
yeah.
Marshawn Lynch, Beast Mode be cooking them, boy.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
yo,
yeah.
that
Like,
whole
oh
Yeah.
my
Seattle, I
God,
don't know,
Every chance they
that
get,
whole Seattle team be cooking them.
every chance,
cooking them, bro. I'm like, damn.
every
Mm-hmm.
chance they
Mm-hmm.
get, they, they be killing them.
Oh, the
And
mic in
it
front
is
of him,
what it
they
is.
cooking them.
Yeah, it is what it is. I care less. You know what I mean? It was more Legion of Boom to me than the offense, even though the offense was pretty deep. You know, it was they were good too, but
Oh,
I
they
could care
had
less
a
about
solid team. Like he was a really
Yeah.
good
yeah,
Paul's
I
deep
care less.
ball thrower. Pause, and I mean, he had some good years. Stat wise, he was as good as anybody for a good 5 to 6 years. He was good.
Yeah,
We ain't got to spend too much time on that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Enough of them damn Giants. What? Where y'all want to go to next? You know what I mean? We got You know what? You know what? Let's see here. You know what? You know what? You know what? We can go. You know what? Let's acknowledge what just took place today. Rest in peace for Lenny Wilkens. The most winningest coach
Yeah.
in the
R.I.P.
NBA.
Lenny
Lenny.
Wilkins,
Yeah.
Paul Tagliabue,
Let's. Oh yeah, definitely. Paul
former
Yeah.
Tagliabue
commissioner
Yeah.
of the
as well.
NFL.
You know, yeah. So since we was talking about the NFL, that segue goes right into hand in hand. They were both pillars for their respective sports. So, rest in peace, condolences to their families, and we keep losing good people,
I mean,
so hopefully.
it's like that every year in sports and entertainment. Actors and musicians, like every year you start seeing, more and more people fall off. But with those two, these are people who live their lives, and it's the ones who get cut short that's tragic. But you want to be able to honor them, remember, the way they contributed to the sports, the respective sports that they was part of. And Paul Tagliabue, he had some controversial decisions as a NFL commissioner, but he also had some good moves, a part of some good things that the NFL did as well. And I forget the name of the commissioner that was before him, but the commissioner that was before him, he kind of left him with a mess, and Paul kind of did good with that. Lenny Wilkens is one of the first, black head coaches, that was winning and did well. Does somebody got a chip?
And he might be the master of the slickback too,
Master what?
of the slickback.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
He stayed with the
He,
slick back. Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah,
stayed
But
with
yeah.
Lenny
the
is a
slickback.
Lenny
He,
is a Hall of Fame player and a coach. You know what I mean? So
And coach. That's right.
it's
That's right.
important to make that distinction because Lenny got busy back in the day. He was a good point guard, and he was a Hall of Fame as a player and as a coach. When he retired, he
Is
was
he
all
is
time
he still
winning
the
coach.
that's what I'm saying. Is he still the winningest coach
He got it.
I
in
got
the
it. Let me.
NBA now? We got to take a look at that. But I think shout out to Lenny and what he did for, I want to say, black coaches, right? Like he's one of the few guys that opened up and helped pave the way for guys in the league in terms of black coaching. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like he did his thing as a player, but as a coach, and Doc Rivers and guys that got their some tutelage from the brother. That's one of the things that I always look at and say, look, he just turned 88 years old, man. Like he had a long run. He did a lot historically for black coaches and in the NBA altogether. So shout out to Lenny. Rest in peace, brother.
He's
88
actually number
at
three.
it back.
He's number three right
Number
now
three.
on the
Oh,
list.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. You got Greg Pop, and then you got Don
Yeah.
Nelson.
Don Nelson.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, shout out
You
to
know what I
Lenny,
mean?
man.
Shout out to Lenny, man. So, the next thing that we got on our list here is Kanye West is back in the news. He went to a he went to a rabbi for forgiveness and to talk about his views. He mentioned a lot about his bipolarness, and he said that he's working through it day by day, step by step to get right. But he also has a new album coming out. It should be coming out this week or next week, and he relaunched his website to sell his Yeezy apparel. So a lot of people are saying that, hey, he's only doing this to sell his album and sell his clothes. So what y'all think?
I don't know. So I could jump on this because this is annoying. Like I had to take a deep side just to even, you say the word, the name Kanye, it aggravates me, man. Like it's all, he may have mental health issues and he should probably deal with that. But everything he's done so far has been performative, man. It's all like, trying to promote, trying to be, contrarian and all these different things that he just comes out and just says whatever because we're going to listen. He knows that we're going to pay attention to what he says. I don't care about what Kanye West has to say or who he's talking to, what he's doing, bro. Get some help. Take your meds. Just have a seat for a little bit before you start putting out albums and all this stuff. And I know you need an outlet for creativity because that's what creatives do. They need their outlet. I'm not saying not do that, but I don't care. Like I honestly, I don't know if y'all really care. I don't care that the guy is now apologizing to the Jews, and shout out to the Jewish people that accept his apology and accept his his willingness to want to talk. You know what I'm saying? Smooth, right?
Listen, man, we just got started here. We want to be careful when we mention certain things, man. I ain't know where you was going, you know what I mean? But shout out to him.
No slight, no slight to nobody, man. It's just I don't care about what Kanye talk about. And like, if you gonna put music out, great. Put some music out. Put some great music. We could bump to it. But your apologies and all the stuff that you're doing, everything you're saying, like, just take your meds and get right, and then put some music out. That'd be great. I don't care.
What you think, Jay?
Me personally, I'm like, hey, I'm on the fence with the I don't care because he's apologizing to them, but he said a whole lot of things to everybody else. You know what I mean? He said a lot of stuff to his family. He said a lot of stuff about, you know what I mean? A lot of, slavery stuff. And he's not addressing that. He's going on the internet and all that stuff to address that part, but he's not addressing the whole everything that he said. He ain't say nothing to his family yet. His kids his kid situation. You see a lot of stuff with that going on, but she wants to do certain things. It looked like she's rebellion off of this whole, family dynamic, but he's not addressing none of that. Only thing he's addressing is the people that he feels like affects him the most. So he has a history of doing the same thing over and over. So I'm, with the mental health stuff, I hate when people use that too. Like, I get it. You have an issue and you should address your issue. But if you're going to be sincere with everybody. If you're not doing that, I'm nothing on that. You know what I mean? I care less. You know what I mean? If you're going to keep doing the same thing tomorrow, tomorrow you're going to have a new issue. After your album come out, you're going to have another issue. I don't want to hear about it. You know what I mean? So we'll see how he goes as time goes.
I agree 1,000% Smooth.
Yeah, you made some real good points. When we talk about Kanye, he has made comments and offended a lot of people, a lot of cultures, races, ethnicities, and just people in general. And with Kanye, and the word mental health, the phrase mental health has been brought up a lot. I work within the mental health field, and I think that I don't want to dismiss it. It is something that is a part of, if we can call it a downfall, right now with Kanye. And sometimes it's not as simple as to go take your meds and go get help. You know what I mean? There's a lot that goes into that. Accepting it and understanding what your issues may be, actually going to see somebody get help. If there's enablers around you that's making it hard for you to get help. I mean, this is a very wealthy man. Sometimes it could benefit people to keep somebody crazy around you, in a way if they don't take care of certain things or whatever have you. There's a lot that goes into it. But with this situation, that we talk about when it comes to, Kanye, it's clearly something that is calculating. He knows that out of all the comments that he made and out of everybody he offended, those people, that community is the ones that affects his bottom line the most. So if there's anything he got to fix, is that that's going to benefit him. Now you would say you would want to fix your people from your community and things like that. But at the end of the day, he probably doesn't feel like that affects his bottom line as much, or maybe he feels that that's something he can do down the line. Who knows? We don't know, but You know, for him, one day hopefully he get things, fixed and organized with him. He's one of my favorite, artists, rappers that, that came out over the last 20, 30 years. Kanye's up there with anybody. His catalog, the music he put out, his influence. I mean, you got to mention him with all the greats. So it's a shame that things kind of is turning out the way that it is with him. That's all. It was a chess move for him. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. He got to do way more, bridge repairing than what he did on that, because that just looked, aesthetics of it all just looked crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah, he definitely needs help, and hopefully he get it.
Hey, Sue, let me ask you a question. You said something that I thought was interesting. You said something is there's some benefits to keeping somebody crazy around you. What do you mean by that?
I mean, I don't know who's around him right now. I don't know who is looking after his best interests. He's, obviously he's split up with Kim K, and that whole family and everybody and all that represents them. So now who's watching him? Who's checking him? Who's checking his impulses? Because that's the problem with his, that's the biggest issue that's going on with his mental health is his impulses. He has no filter. He's saying he'll get on these times when he start getting online, get on Twitter, he gets on these things, and he starts saying stuff and getting himself in trouble. Who's checking that? You know what I mean? And who around him is letting him do that? And it might benefit people that's around him, that could be in his pockets, that could be, whatever influence, just to keep him crazy. Because remember, when
Yeah.
he wasn't
It's
great,
easy to
when
get
he
over.
wasn't quote unquote saying certain things, like Kanye had a strong voice and he was, putting energy behind certain things that was galvanizing people. You know what I mean? Like, before it turned to something else or whatever. So before he turned back to that, he was damn near trying to be a revolutionary. Before he turned back to that, let's keep him crazy, and so people can dismiss him. Who knows? It could be something like that. I wouldn't put it past it.
Yeah, or is it a way to keep them crazy so you can take advantage of them and take the money? So what I mean, it's just a lot going on with him, but I think he needs to sit down for a while and just recover and get right. You know what I mean? I think that's just what's needed. But what I mean, people gonna do what they're gonna do, and he's shown that over and over that he gonna do whatever the hell he want to do. So we'll see what happens after these drops. If he gonna go back to normal or he gonna be acting a fool again.
And and, and the reason I asked that question, uh, Sue and Smooth, was because I've heard a conversation with I think Gucci Man was talking on the Breakfast Club with his wife, and they talked about how he was giving stuff away when he was having his episodes. And I wanted to know, like, if that's what you mean, the benefits of having somebody around you that is not right in the head, so that you could just, like, all right, I'm gonna just take advantage as much as possible. But at the same time, you see somebody crashing out all the time. Like, I just don't know how you could be around that person, whether it's wealthy or not, or if you're taking advantage or not. Just doesn't make any sense for you to see somebody crashing out all the time. And it's just like, yeah, man, keep going, keep crashing out, dog, and let me get that chain. Stupid. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
enablers to be around as long as it benefits them, and then when it doesn't no more, they'll separate themselves.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. All right.
yeah, it's unfortunate, but you know what I
Definitely
mean. Since we
unjigged too.
just said,
More unjigged than anything.
Well, speaking of James, we sending out some applications. I know we have a brother that's off the Parkway, and we sending out some applications
yeah,
for the
that's how
Federation.
I'm about to go to Jalen Green, whatever. He just got a new tattoo of his he got a new tattoo of his girl on his back, on his back.
Uh,
You know what I mean? Is it something that you know what I mean? Do we really care about this or what? You know what I mean? Because
Th-
I
th-
think
This is
I
a
already know
question
how
of
I
jig
feel
or
about
unjig, right? Uh,
Jig or
yeah,
unjig?
yeah.
Yes, that is a segment. Jig or unjig? Let's
I
get
tell you what,
it.
if that's a question, I, I'm gonna go with unjig because nah, man, that listen, man. putting a tattoo is a name on her face.
Face.
So the thing that makes it, I guess, even a story is the fact that, Drea, who is his fiance, I don't know, they're not married yet, right? They're just engaged. I
Nah.
think they just engaged. So Drea is his
Yeah.
fiance. This is Jalen Green is a young basketball player, emerging star. I use that word loosely because he still got some improvement to do, but he's a good player. He has a lot of potential, and he is in his early 20s, and he got with this woman Drea, who is an older woman who's been around the basketball spaces and the entertainment spaces for years, several relationships with entertainers and athletes, and it was a big thing when they got together because a lot of people thought that she was taking advantage, meaning kind of put her hooks into her and or put that thing on them. And and boom, they got together. So, however, whatever it is, they still together. If it wasn't what it was, he'd have left by now. So they still together. So now he gets a tattoo of her, this huge tattoo on of her face, and I just think it's silly. Even if they're gonna be together for the rest of their life, I'm I'm not getting a whole face tattoo of another person that can get up and leave at any damn time in my life. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not doing that. You know what I mean? I've been married, to damn near 18 years, and I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Like my kids, sure, but nah, and I wouldn't want her to do that with me. You know what I mean? You want to throw a little initial somewhere? All right, cool, but a face? So what's gonna happen if she leaves? How you gonna remix that face up? You gonna tell the tattoo artist, turn this to my grandmother somehow, man. Like they got the same kind of hair, man. Like I don't know.
You gotta remix the
I don't know
face.
what magician
If you
gonna do
want to
that. Like
remix,
you gotta try to remix that, man. Like that's crazy. That's just silly, man.
probably gonna have to black it out.
That's just silly. But nah,
This you
But
gotta
it's
remix the
unfitting.
face.
I get at it thumbs down. My boy Reese.
I'm definitely giving
BD.
that a out. Because let
uh,
me tell you something. This dude is 23 and she's 40. Now, I got my other
Now
thoughts
she still
about that.
look
You
good
know
though. I'm
what
gonna
I
tell you
mean?
that.
She
She
do.
still look good.
But then I also look at it as the line. I also look at it as the lines of a little bit of predatory as well. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that's a big age gap. That's a big age gap. Especially, what I mean, on the woman's side being on top, because if the guy was 40 and if the girl was 23, they'd be looking at us kind of crazy. You know what I mean? So, and it's been out there. There's been so many comments out there that, if the roles was reversed, the women would have been crucifying us. But we talking about
Roles
tattoos
kind of
right now.
reverse quite
You
often
get a
though.
tat. Yeah, it is.
all
But
the
the
time.
thing
Yeah, I
is,
mean to be fair,
it
it
is.
is kind of.
But the thing is now they look at it in a different lens now. You know what I mean? I don't know why, because history, older guys usually get the younger women. You know what I mean? But now they look at it kind of in a different lens because they feel like the younger person don't know no better and the older person is taking advantage. But you know what I mean? We talking about tattoos. Let's stick with tattoos. You get a tattoo on your back with another female on it. You pretty, you marked. You know what I mean? You marked. So how you gonna go forward? Try, I mean, you better marry her because you can't go no further unless you take that off. Because any woman that you deal with, well, the fact that he's rich is another crutch.
That's what I was about to
He's
say the
rich,
same thing. Like he rich.
but
Nobody gonna care.
they won't care. But you know what I mean. We not rich, so I think of it
I'm not
as
rich.
something as normal.
Neither am I.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know about that. You know what I mean. The bears in the background, you're pretty rich, but
Oh, that estate. But
Amiga
you know,
accommodations,
that's
but
neither
go
here
ahead.
nor there.
I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? I couldn't do that. You know what I mean? For me, I couldn't do it. It's not gonna help me no ifs, ands, or buts. I get my kids, my mama. I got my mama on me, but I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
So I would just want to know not to pass any judgments on anybody. I see people with all types of tattoos about nothing, right? So tons of people got tattoos that's about nothing. And so I don't have any judgment in regards to a young NBA player who got money and time. Getting a bunch of tattoos. I'm sure he 90, he probably got a ton of tattoos that mean literally nothing, right? Some mean something, some don't, whatever. My question would be, why? What would be your purpose of putting not your wife, from what I understand, is baby mother, girlfriend? Which
Yeah,
one is it? Both,
Both.
baby mother and
But
girlfriend.
yeah.
What's the why? What
his
That's my
love,
question.
man. That's
Why
his
would you
love,
do that?
man. That's his heart, man.
But see, this is why I said what I said. He can't. I don't think he can fully understand why. That's why I said what I said when it comes to the other part of it. But that's another story.
Yeah,
He can't understand
I
why.
think
yeah.
honestly,
So,
oh, go ahead, Pete.
no. So my question would be, one, why, and two, would his baby mom girlfriend, did she encourage it, and does she have a matching version of him on it? So I just need to understand, to me, before I can just really jump in on the young man, because yes, he is young, and he has a lot of room and runway to make mistakes in life. And this might be one of the mistakes. He's like, yeah, I shouldn't have did that. But you could always get it removed or whatnot with, like, those, it's painful, but you can get a tattoo removed. My question is, man, why? Why would you? What would you? What's the point? What are you trying to prove? What's the purpose? Like, and if it's like, and if it's shorty trying to make it a loyalty test, like you really need to put a tattoo for some sort of loyalty test. And at the end of the day, shoot, if you wanted to smash another chick with his girlfriend's that face on it, I think a lot of girls in that world probably wouldn't care. Like they probably would, it wouldn't be like we said before. They wouldn't care one bit that you got your girlfriend, baby mother's tattooed on you. Like whatever, let's get
Yeah,
to
nah, nah. They wouldn't care because he got the money.
it. Yeah.
Think
So I just want
I
to know
mean,
why.
we will never know. I mean, he know, but he's well aware of the conversations that's been out there since he got with her. It's been talked about on several podcasts, on people podcasts that has messed with her in the past have talked about their relationship. You know what I mean? So like, I think that's the biggest part of this whole thing is that who it is. If this was a lawyer, a 40-year-old lawyer that was just bad and he was with her, I don't think nobody would say nothing. It's because it's who that person is, Drea, and she has a reputation. And he's aware of it, she's aware of it, and they play on it as a way, this is a woman who's been in social media limelight. She's been on Basketball Wives. She's been it's a way to keep her relevant too. So if you pay attention to it, they're gonna keep doing it. If you ignore it, it'll go away. So we're giving it some light, but
Yeah, yeah,
Yo,
I ain't gonna talk too much more about it.
yeah.
would y'all be okay if that someone put their name or a face on their body of one of y'all?
I have never had that done, me myself. I don't know if everybody can say that, but I have never had that done. Pat, have you ever had that done?
Uh, I wouldn't encourage anyone to put my name or my face on their body. That would be unfortunate. Um, but I also wouldn't do it myself. And again, I would want to know what's going on in your mind that you would want to do that. Like, what's going on in your mind that you want to put my face on your body? Like, what in the world are you dealing with? And let's deal with that part. Let's deal with the bigger issue is that something's going on with you. We got to get to the bottom of that. You would want to put my face on your body. That's just me. That's just, no judgment. No judgment to nobody. I ain't judging the young brother, nobody who would partake and participate in something like that. I wouldn't do it and I wouldn't encourage
What's
it.
that face for, Mr. Muhammad?
You know what, man? I'm not gonna say nothing else about it. I just know that what P is saying is, well, again, nobody's ever put my name on their body to my knowledge, and I would assume that I would know about that. Um, but like the thing is,
So
man,
your knowledge is correct.
if somebody is willing to put your likeness on their body and tattoos is known to be permanent, you have made an
Nice NIL,
yeah,
NIL
you
money.
have made an effect on that person's life. You have taken their life
Yeah.
to a certain level, and you have shown them something that they have never seen before that make them want to put your name or your face on their body. You know what I mean? You took them an out of body experience. You know what I mean? Put something on them that nobody's ever put on them before, and to
I don't know
have
about
that
all
kind of
that. I
power
don't know about all
is
that. I don't
mean, like
know.
we talk about Marvel comic type stuff. I have not. I haven't been able to do that. I've been with a woman for for a very long time. She would never do that. So for some people who can do that, they got superpowers. I know. I
I
know
won't
people
say
who
so.
have gotten that,
I, I,
but not.
I could say this.
You say, sir?
I had that. I had it. I had it done before,
Oh
and just
So,
yeah.
so you put somebody's name on
no
yourself?
no
No,
no no
no,
no
no,
no
no,
no 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 no
Oh, okay, okay,
no.
okay. Yeah,
no, no.
explain, please.
She got the my name on her.
Okay,
So that
okay.
happened before. You know what I mean? In the past. So when I first seen it, I was shocked. I was like, "What the hell is this?" You know what I mean? I was like, "Why you got that?" And it really didn't have no answer. Just said because I wanted to. You know what I mean? So I was like, "Okay." You know what I mean? It was pretty big. It was so I was like I was just surprised. You know what I mean? Nothing I can really say. I really wasn't flattered or nothing. I really wasn't. It wasn't like something to celebrate. I was like more confused more than anything. To be honest.
That's exactly where I'm coming from. It creates more questions than like flattery. I'm like, why? What's going on in your mind that you would do that?
I think it
Yeah, I was
creates the
confused.
questions depending on where the status of the relationship is. All jokes aside, if I did it, or if our wives did it, or something like that, it'd be like, all right. I mean, oh, you did it. That's dope. Whatever. I don't know, but it ain't going. There's not going to be no questions. We've been together so long that okay, you did it. But when there's not been a relationship established, or like some type of monogamy that was established between the two, and they just did it, that's some that's some red flags. That's some traits that's like, hold up now, like what the hell going on? And they
That's
situation, they got a
that's
kid, they
crazy.
engaged, whatever. To that's
Yeah,
good. I would have
yeah,
did it, but it is what it is. We can go on.
yeah. I listen. My last thing is like, look, you put my name on your body. It's 1,000% a confusing thing to me because I'm like, what are you trying to say? It doesn't, especially if we're just like dating or whatever, it's not going to make it so that I stay because you got my name on it. It's not going to do nothing. Not going to create some level of loyalty because you tattooed your name on my body. To me, it's crazy. I don't get it. But, if if my wife came home with my name, like, yo, you barely wanted my name on the mortgage. Name on the back. Like, hold on. Right? Gotta be somebody else.
That's another Pat. That's a very common name. Who's you got on your body? That ain't me. who the hell is this fucking Pat, man?
Go for
Oh man, we got next.
Man.
it.
All right. We got
Oh, that's
I'm
funny.
gonna throw out two topics.
Hmm.
We gonna breeze through it. If y'all care about it, talk about it real quick. If not, then we gonna go to the next. Antonio Brown just got arrested
Mm,
for attempted murder for his role in attempted murder case. What y'all think about
mm.
it?
Just a real
You
quick
care
take
or
on
not?
that. It was weird. He got extradited to Jersey, right, off the Parkway, right in Jersey,
He
in
off the
Yeah,
Essex County.
parkway.
Essex
He
County.
off the
yeah.
parkway.
Uh, I know.
He was in Dubai.
I know a few people that work in Essex County, man. I should ask some people, man. The
Hit
CAB
him
out
up.
there, man. Like, yo, man, what was that joint
Yo,
that he did? But nah, I mean, I don't know. That whole thing is
AB off
crazy.
the
You know what I mean?
Parkway.
It's what attempt murder that they try to charge her with. So AB is another one that crashed out. They're doing his playing years. Then afterwards, it was a whole bunch of controversy surrounding him. So I mean, I'm not gonna get too much on it. It ain't looking good for him. That's for sure.
Yeah. Shout out to AB being off the Parkway. We got to send him a Federation of Unfortunate Brothers application.
Still jig.
But beyond that, is it though? I mean, so we touched briefly on like mental health issues and things of that nature. I don't even want to talk about any allegations that he may be dealing with for real, but would talk about like Antonio Brown is definitely, in my opinion, I'm not going to say definitely, but I'm going to say, in my opinion, it appears that he might be suffering from some sort of CTE. Like from the minute that man took that hit for what that Burfitt, I believe my brother's name is, that
Fontes Burfict.
it's been
Yeah.
it's been downhill from that point on, man. Like he really has been bugging out, and all that talent, man. Like it's immense talent. Like the dude could be playing right now, not even dealing with worried about going here, going there, dealing with guns and all that stuff. He could be playing right now on Sunday, man. Except right now on Sunday, he over here in Essex County watching the game, right? In the holder pen. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. It's unfortunate. Like he should have gotten, or he should be getting, the mental health that he deserves and needs. And this is all my opinion. I don't know about any of the shootings or anything like that, but the brother should seek help and really just should be figuring out the ramifications of CTE and things of that nature. Because it appears to be super obvious that man uh, took a nasty hit and ain't been right since, and no one seems to be doing anything about it really, but allowing this brother to just crash out. And this is what typically happens when you crash out. You end up doing something silly and end in the jail. Like it's an unfortunate story, man. Either whether he beats this situation or not, it's still an unfortunate situation for that brother, man. Shout out to AB though, man. And again, no, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody who may have been hurt allegedly by AB and whatnot, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, I wouldn't go too much into the case. You know what I mean? I don't know all the particulars. I'm gonna leave it like this. He has been spiraling in the down and in the wrong direction, and he needs to get right himself. Some of his music had me dying because he went
You
from trying
listen
to
to
be
his music?
Yo, he had
yo,
one.
he was
He
trying to be a
had one
rapper.
joint that wasn't bad.
Yeah, he had one song.
He had one joint that was bad. He was like on stage just performing it. You know what I mean? Who was it that put
Yeah,
that? Who was that put that shit on? Something like that. I don't know. He had one joint that was alright.
yeah.
See,
And he
see
had
that?
like a
And
dance.
y'all,
He had a
y'all the
dance
problem.
that people would do. So, you know what I mean? He just got to get right. You know what I'm saying? And he might have some CTE, or he just might just be crazy, or he just might just have, yeah, he might just have a bunch of people in his ear that's just similar to Kanye, just all the yes men
Yeah,
trying to keep him whatever so he could do whatever. You know what I mean? He's just all over the place. But you know what I mean? Hope everything work out for him. And if it doesn't, I hope he takes this opportunity to get
reflect.
himself together.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? The next quick topic. You know what? Let's skip that. You know what I mean? Let's go into this dirty macking, man. It was an episode of we'll close out with this one. Dirty Mackin, where Cam Newton had Mario on his show. And Sue, explain to us what Dirty Mackin is so the audience will know.
Dirty Mac. Oh, well, I mean, I think the whole situation happened on it was on Camp Podcast. Mario, the singer, was on there, and they got to a part of the conversation where Cam was talking about when he's dealt with women in the past. He would if he was dealing with a woman that had somebody, or that was somebody else pursuing them, he would like kind of the way he would kind of get them like, yo, that that nigga ain't me. You know what I mean? Just pretty much saying that, yo, he ain't got what I got. He he lame, he all this, and I'm who I am. So stop messing with him and mess with me. So I guess he asked Mario, was that dirty macking? And Mario's like, absolutely, that's dirty macking. And dirty macking is basically, macking meaning game, pushing up on a chick. And dirty macking meaning that like you did it in an underhanded way. And if the underhanded way being that if you putting down the next man to kind of get a leg up on that dude and, push yourself in front of him, you dirty macking. And that's a violation in the world of pursuing, a woman. If I
The
explained it
men
right,
code. Man code.
man code, yeah,
It,
yeah,
it
it's
violates
unwritten
the
man code.
men.
All the man codes is unwritten, but yeah, that's one of dash 2.6.
Yeah.
Nah, so so I guess that question. So was that dirty macking?
Well, I think so. You know what I mean? Anytime, what I mean, I think it's a lot of women out there, a lot of different ways you can come at a woman. Anytime you gotta put another man down to try to get that, you just lame as hell, to be honest with you. That's just straight dirty macking to me. What I mean, I don't think that, regardless if she got a man or not, you should be using that as a springboard to try to get it with her. If you can't do that without it, then you're not gonna get
Mm-hmm.
it. Me personally, what I mean, I think that's lame as hell. And what I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of lame ass dudes out here, period. What I mean? I can see that when it comes down to it. The men should stick together when it comes to that, because would you want that to happen to you? No. And most of them that do it are the most sensitive ass niggas out there, period.
Mm-hmm.
They ready to fight and all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff when it comes down to their woman. So don't do that to somebody else, man. That's lame as hell, man.
P, what you think?
So, so I think if you are who you say you are, what's known doesn't have to be said. So if you are this person that you're willing to say he's not you, then it's already known. So you don't have to say it, right? So to me, I'm like, if you think you that dude, you don't have to mention nobody. You don't have to mention no other competition or nothing. Just do your thing, snag the girl, and keep it pushing. Is if you a Mac, if you smooth or like the kids say you got Riz, that's it. You just use your Riz, use your game, and get to it, champ. Like you don't have to mention nobody's name. You don't have to talk about what nobody did or how the way somebody talks about somebody else. All this other stuff is not necessary if you believe you are who you say you are. If you don't, then that's what you say. So somebody like Cam, with all due respect, if he does feel the need to say that, then that just means he doesn't believe the news clippings about himself. He really doesn't. So he has to remind people that you know who I am. I am who I am. I'm like, well, I know that. unless you don't think I know that, and you have to remind me, then that's a bigger issue in terms of like you don't really have no real confidence out here, man. In terms now, you talk about lane, like that's it. Like you fake like you got confidence. If your thought process is in order to get somebody, I got to put somebody else down. Then you got to maybe do some work on yourself, Chet.
Yeah,
I would say
I'm
this.
not for that.
I would say this. Is it dirty macking? 100% is dirty macking. Do I care or agree with his tactics? One, I don't care. And two, yes, I agree with his tactics. I think that there is, it is all fair in love and war. Is it not? It is all fair in love and
Oh,
war. Let me
man.
explain. Let me explain. It is all fair in love and war. And the only problem I would have with it is if I know the person personally, I guess, then that's different. You know what I mean? I'm assuming that whoever he's talking about and whoever the person he's making mention of that nigga ain't me, it's somebody he don't know. If I can't sit here and play by
Yeah,
rules
yeah,
that I know everybody else ain't playing by. So if you these people that's in the limelight, if you these people that got this money, that got the celebrity, and y'all after the same chicks, everybody playing dirty out there. Because dudes just forget codes and all stuff when them cheeks is on the line. and people just be willing just to go through, do whatever they're gonna do. You can. I don't knock anybody who's playing by the rules and having honor in doing it is fine. But I'm talking about if I was in that position as Cam or anybody like that, and I'm a single person, I'm dirty macking all day. I'm dirty macking. I'm gonna have my jersey to the back.
You know, it's
I'm
not.
gonna have my
It's
pants to
not
the back, dirty.
necessary.
Jump. I'm doing all that. And
It's not.
hey, listen. Y'all can play by the
Damn
rules,
that.
It's
and you
not
still gonna get
necessary.
who you gonna get. You think it may not be necessary, but like, hey man, I'm trying to close the deal to get them cheeks, man. Let me just start like, listen, man, I'm gonna close the deal real quick, and then like that,
Hey, look,
that's it.
what's for you is for you, dog.
Yeah, that was for me.
What's for
I
you is
dirty
for
mac my
you. If
way
you
to the
Yeah.
can't
cheeks
get
real
it
quick.
off your own,
And the thing
I
is,
dirty mac my
we
way to the
actually,
cheeks.
as
Now,
men, we
now,
thinking
now, now, for
we
us
thinking
regular
we
people,
we
now for
ain't
us
really
regular
that.
people, you think I
so
haven't
you
been you
talk
think I
when you
haven't been
say
dirty
regular
mac
people,
before? You think I haven't been dirty mac before? Of
but
course
it
you've been
don't
dirty mac.
matter though.
Hey,
It
of
don't
course
matter.
you've been dirty mac.
It
And
don't matter though.
back in
It
school,
don't matter.
it does matter to me. Hey,
It
listen,
don't.
I appreciate the honor that you guys are standing by. I don't have a problem with it. You know what I mean?
It's standards. It's
Yes,
standards. It's not honor. It's standards.
standards,
What's your standards?
ethics, all that stuff. Me, I'm dirty macking if I'm there, man. I'm a dirty mac my way, and my cheek intake is gonna be higher than yours.
Hey, look,
You know what I mean? That's just it.
I respect it, dog.
You know what I mean?
Hey, all right,
Now,
listen.
if I'm dirty macking somebody I know, and we after the same, let's say this altered universe where we're all whatever, and we're going after the same person. I know you're going after the same person. I'm not going to shit on you to get to like nah, like all right, you trying to get that whatever you got it, or if you had it or something like that, I'm gonna be like yo, hey, you mind? I'm gonna see. Anything else? Hey man, listen, it ain't no all is fair when we talk about when you single, you out there, you trying
Yeah,
to do that stuff. It's
all is
all
fair.
fair. It's all fair. As
Yeah,
long as you don't say no liar. If you dirty mac me, all right, cool. Just don't lie about me. Don't lie on me. You know what I mean? I think that's when it's bad. Don't. So if you said made some shit up about me, that's different. But don't lie on me. If you said
but
you better than
but
that, you got
but
more money
now
than me. All right, whatever. I'll
but
try to get it another way.
but here's the thing, Sue. But Sue, that's a contradiction, right? Because if Cam says that dude ain't me and he don't really know him, he don't know if that dude ain't like him. He has no clue. So he could say anything, and it could be a lie because he don't know the dude.
He know he not
The
if it's a
way
regular
Dirty
dude,
Mac
he
it,
know
the
he not
way
an
Dirty Mac
athlete.
it,
He know he not, I'm assuming
but
you
you
talk
don't
about
know what
somebody that's
you
regular.
still don't know what the dude working. He don't know what the dude working. He don't know the dude might be a multimillionaire. Just saying, and he got 12-inch slong paws.
What's the
He
chances
don't
of
know.
that?
He
Pause,
has
yeah,
no
pause
clue. You
that.
don't know the
What's the
man at all.
chances of that? What's the chances of that? He dirty Mac.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
if he was anything like it, then she would have probably checked it. But like, yeah, well, he got this going on. But, hey, man, you use what you got
Nah,
to get them
I
to get
get,
them
I
skins,
get,
man.
and listen,
those rich dudes they don't play fair anyway because they deal with the same circle of chicks
Yeah.
anyway for
that
some reason.
part
I don't know how you got all that money and you keep recycling the same ones
over
over
and
and
over.
over.
But I
Drea, she
guess
was
it's the
one of them
fact
things
that
that's
these
part of the
particular
conversation we was talking about earlier. She was same stuff.
but these women they find themselves in the room with these men. They position themselves in places where they can be seen by these same type men. That's why they recycle so much, because the regular average Joe off of Avon Ave in Newark, she might be bad, but she hasn't figured out how to find a way in that room with these type of men, right, to become a part of the circle. So she just running around here and people trying to figure out why this bad chick just running around Newark and don't got nobody, right? That's because they know how to figure out, they have to find their way into these rooms. But at the end of the day, like if you I think Dirty Mac, it really works if it's somebody you know. I think that's the root of it. You're saying you want Dirty Mac somebody you know. I think that's the clearest way that Dirty Mac it works. Because
Nah,
like,
that's not
no,
true.
I
That's
know
not
this
true.
dude,
That's
and
not true.
that dude is nasty. I like, oh, you don't want to mess with that dude. He nasty, dog. Like,
I
you
mean,
should
yeah,
mess with me. He nasty. I know him.
that could work. That would work in that
That
situation
might be
if they know him.
taking it
But
back.
you could dirty mac somebody you don't know. You can clearly dirty Mac. If I'm somebody
Yeah.
of status, if I'm somebody of status, and she's saying she with somebody, there's not. It's probably more likely the chance that she's with a regular dude. She's not with somebody that's within the circle of people. Because if not, I would know him. But if I do know him, or if I do know who he is, but I don't know him like that, because you can know somebody who. I remember this dude, Gilbert Arenas and Shady McCoy. They was talking about no Joe Button and Shady McCoy. They was talking about two girls that they was going after at the same time. They knew who they was, but they didn't know each other, and they was dirty macking each other. You know what I mean? So it's just like I can know who you are, but I don't know you. So we after the same thing, all fair, because I'm over here playing by the rules, and you over here just don't kicking my back into this chick. Nah, listen, we trying to get the same thing. Trying to get to these buns, man.
Well, the crazy thing is, regardless of how you go about it, the decision is always up to the chick. And she already know what she gonna do, regardless of what you say. She already
It's not
know.
regardless of what you
She
say.
already know.
That
You can
dirty
talk
Mac is
all
on point. You can tell her about something that she ain't know already. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't here, old boy. You should do this.
I'm telling you, man. The thing is that we think we doing something, really. We think we doing something. They already know what they want to do.
Maybe
9 times out of 10, they
1,000.
already know.
I agree with that,
they gonna end up
Smooth.
messing with both of them.
1,000%.
She gonna end up messing with both of them anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And
She
that's
gonna
like
find out regardless.
was like I said, was for you is for you. If she choose you, and just you being authentic without having a dirty Mac, and you being yourself, then that's
Y'all
for
know,
you. If
y'all
she
know y'all
choose old
speak.
boy, then have at it.
Y'all know y'all speaking with y'all mature adult brain right now. Y'all not speaking with
Okay,
y'all
well, hey, well,
savage
yeah.
single brain right now. Savage
Yeah.
single mid-20s
Yeah.
brain. So I'm just letting y'all know I'm putting myself in that body as I'm speaking about this. Y'all not speaking with y'all. We are way past all that stuff. So yeah, of course it sounds corny, but back then,
Now,
come
But
on.
the real
but
question would
but
be,
Cam is a grown man. He's not no
yeah.
20-year-old.
I think
Cam
Now,
is a
I
grown
think there's
man.
a
if you
distinct
want
difference
to change the
between
goalpost,
mid-30s and mid-40s, which we in. But go on.
it's a big difference. Now, if we in the 20s, if we gonna move the goalposts, if we talking about 20s, now this is a whole different ball game at 20s.
That's moving the goalpost. That's 1,000%.
Why is it
Yeah,
moving the
you
goalposts?
changing the narrative
Why are they
because
changing
you
that? You
changing the
still an
narrative.
adult, right?
Now, if we talking about 20s
Only goalposts I'm
now
moving is
we playing a whole
single and
different
married.
game.
Single relationship. That's the only goalposts I'm moving. You know. I don't know. But it's a good debate. It's a good debate. You know what I mean? I know we getting short on time, but it's a good debate.
Yeah, because I know in the 20s now it was a lot of everything in the 20s. Now 20s was a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
I never, Dirty Maggin I never, that never was a
Yeah,
thing.
I still
Never.
never played that.
Even in my 20s, I thought you was a sucker. If you had to use my name to get some chicks, you was a sucker. And that says actually more about me. That in order to get the cheeks, you had to say something about me. So that just makes me. It seems like you want to beat me. You know what I mean? Like you ain't as cool as me. You got to say something about me to get cheeks, and that means I rate one. Like you a sucker.
Did
I
you
win.
win if I got the cheeks and you didn't?
I win. I
You
I win.
win.
Nah, you a sucker. You a sucker. I win because you a sucker.
I'll be a sucker with that notch on my
You a
belt.
sucker.
I done clapped.
All right. All right. You a sucker. You a sucker. I'm telling
I think so,
you.
yo. It's L, man. It's like, damn, that he caught that, man. Boy,
Nah,
this nigga threw dirt on my name and caught
you
that,
ain't catch it.
motherfucker.
You ain't
I
catch it.
got you. I got you.
You had to you had to use my name to get that. So that says more about me
I mean,
every single
I
time.
want
That
to be,
says more about me.
I want to be clear that I, I don't think I ever dirty macked anybody. You know what I mean? Like back in my college days and all that stuff. I don't think I ever did that to any chick. I can't remember a time where I wouldn't have said, "Oh yeah, why you like?" That happened to me where the chicken said like, "Yo, he was talking crazy about you." Like that happened to me, but I have never done that. But I didn't look at it no type of way. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what he's doing. But it ain't gonna work. Like, so, like, he has no allegiance to me. He has no loyalty towards me, and I don't expect another man to have that towards me. So, like, all right, cool. You did that. I don't have to do it because she already feeling me. You know what I mean? So I don't need to do that. So, but I just listen, in those spaces, the chicks that they trying to get, whatever, I get it. I ain't mad at it. You got it.
Anyway, hey, gentlemen, I gotta run though,
Well,
gentlemen.
So
we all
we
got to
gonna
run,
do it
man.
like
Off
this.
the Parkway.
And the way we getting out of here, we're gonna remind everybody, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends. We out all here on all the socials, and we appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
Off the Parkway. Let's get it.